just evaluating my change of schedule. Yes. Where I just go to work. Yes. I have two approximate 1 hour appointments. Yes. Where you decide to buy some of my innovations. Yes. And I represent certain companies throughout the world. Yes, Yoo-Hoo, underwear wardrobe, some of these very easy occupations where I just sign my name as the international sales manager and date it. Yes, you sign your name and date. See, I prepare every client that I'm going to meet with. They have all the conditions of the contract. They know exactly what they're purchasing. Yes, and I'm the deciding factor to make sure that everything that they agree to, they get what they buy. Pooh! Now, there's what's known as the third party consent. Yes. A person's agreement to official action, such as a search of premises. Yes. That affects another person's rights or interests. To be effective for a search, third party consent must be based on the consenting person's common authority over the place to be searched or the items to be inspected. The common authority rule. Now, there's the third party defendant, ooch, a party brought into a lawsuit by the original defendant. Ooch. Third party doctrine, ooh, the principle that one has no reasonable excess as voluntary disclosure to one or more third parties. Now, this third party complaint, a third party check. Now, there's a third party, yes, that, well, really hasn't been recognized, and I think we need to recognize them. See, when you issue a protection order that has a forgery in it, yeah, and the petitioner didn't petition the court, yes, and law enforcement doesn't have the jurisdiction to have it issued because I'm not a credible threat and they didn't arrest me for any crime when it was issued, yes. The second party, yes, known as the petitioner, was obligated to appear in court and want it, yes. But this VAWA, it has a third party that we'd like. In fact, I'm going to. I'm going to ask my attorneys to do it at my actual want. Yes, it's called the full faith and credit of the United States Constitution. Now, this full faith and credit that you've never thought of as a third party, yes. I think of full faith and credit as a third party, yes, to my arrest that happened because of what happened in school in Washington, December 31st. Yes. See, this whole idea of not having a warrant, yes, not admitting evidence, having unfair surprises when you get arrested when you know you didn't commit a crime, yes. This third party, known as the full faith and credit of the United States Constitution, is very important to a lot of states that I'm going to be suing. Their state legislatures, their politicians, the attorneys in the various other states, and all four. Now, let's say, yeah, you used the third party, yes, to arrest me for violating restraint provisions. When I told you as a party to the actual protection order, yeah, yes, yes, that I didn't get any due process, the petition didn't sign it, and you issued it for 10 years. Now, the VAWA, as I understand it, yes, is one of the few actual federal laws that give you the right to search or seize any person. Yes, because of the allegation of domestic violence. Ooh. Now, this third party that you think is not that important, yes, as in you can issue court orders whenever you want to because you're the one that decided. Yes, this third party has certain obligations on every state of the United States. Now, let's say I brought in Mr. Third Party Full Faith and Credit of the United States. Yes. And I sue each and every state and I go through their tax returns and I find out when they file their taxes. I look at their refunds and I find, oh, look at here. Now, this is amendment number 5. Amendment number 6. Ooch. Unfair surprise that I was not allowed to confront any witnesses against me. I didn't have any compulsory process. I didn't have any assistance of counsel. And then there's the unfair surprise of amendment number 7. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That $20, I am big on these suits at common law where I take the actual value of the part in controversy. If it shall exceed $20, I have the right to sue you. For a $20 excess tax refund, I would sue you for tax evasion. Now I'd have to ask Veldis because it's the federal government that pays for the pauper. Yes, that's right. And I'd say, Velda, yes, I would want one of the individuals employed in your office because it could be thousands of women. See, I could just have a secretary, and Marilyn could have all the employees, and we could spend a whole year going through every fucking thing you've done.